Walk with me, I'll take you to the portal or whatever.
We gotta talk about Sexyy Red. So for starters, I just want to ask y'all, boy, man, how'd your weekend go, man? How you know what I mean? Did you get out? Did you do anything fun? You know, did you enjoy yourself? Get new experiences? Did you finally go to Disney World? You know, after begging your dad for so long, even though he couldn't afford it because his boss never gave him a raise after a couple of months. For me personally, man, shit went pretty alright, man. You know, I did my usual thing. I stepped out, I had some fun, met some folks, and I'm only a little bit fucked up right now. But for today's topic, right, you know, as you can see by the title of this video, you more likely heard, you know, all the drama and whatever that was surrounding this past week, in which regards to one music reviewer, one female rapper in the hip-hop online music community, and it was in regards to Anthony Fantano's review on Sexyy Red's latest album, and how the hip-hop community, for some fucking reason, got their panties in a bunch and basically proved my exact point on the video I just made like 2 weeks ago about one of the music community's biggest issues, on how y'all worry too goddamn much about our arbitrary number that, oh my, I'm going to jump off a bridge because of this shit, man. So alright, so boom, right? Anthony Fantano, internet's busiest music nerd, you know, the catalyst for the, you know, a lot of the content you see today within the music scene on YouTube, he decided to review Sexyy Red's latest project, and in that review, in the end, of course, he gave it an 8 out of 10. I mean, of course, looking through it, you know, he gave, you know, his reasonings and everything like that. I mean, of course you can, right? It's a 10-minute fucking video. You gotta at least explain that shit, right? A lot of people, of course, you know, real small brain ass people, right? Of course, they only look at the number and just automatically just make that the official statement of how this album will be perceived. Now, of course, that is a good scale to have, you know what I mean? And a lot of people got really fucking butthurt over it, because it's so crazy seeing in real time how I made a video on this exact topic, and to actually see people front and center right now proving my point is just so crazy to me. Like, people are genuinely once again getting mad because of an arbitrary number that holds zero weight, aside from the person who actually fucking made the review themselves, you know what I mean? Because it's led down this really weird path of, like, once again, misogyny, a bit of racism, and just overall, just people just being a real dick about just one dude giving one female rapper that, sure, they might not mess with, but he might mess with, and a higher score than whatever their favorite album was. I mean, people are making complaints of like, oh, this review was like inconsistent or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, it's like, Fantano has always been super inconsistent in his reviews. Bless his heart, but I mean, that's just how these things go. If we're gonna talk about artists with mixed receptions receiving high scores on albums, let's not forget, Lil Pump also got an 8 out of 10 on one of his projects. Where's Lil Pump now? So as I stated in my previous video talking about this kind of shit, what exactly does this 8 out of 10 signify for any of us? What does it signify for me, for you? If you clearly don't like the album, if you do not think it is an 8 out of 10, then that's just all it's going to be. Why are you getting mad at one dude who just sits in the corner of his room with a ring light, get you that triggered? Oh, but it's the influence. It's the influence. Dude, if you're gonna let one bald dude who sits in a corner of his room with a ring light talking bullshit on albums influence your music opinions that heavily, I don't want to talk to you about music at all. Let's keep it a buck, bro. And I mean, you know, I said it before, it's like, what weight does this 8 out of 10 hold? I mean, yeah, sure, oh, but this such and such got an 8 too, but such and such is better than Sexyy Red. But that's just like your opinion, dude. Isn't that how music reviewing goes? Isn't that how being a music critic goes? It's all just subjective opinions being thrown at a board. You know what I mean? Because it's like for example, like, you know, you take Fantano's 10 out of 10s, you know what I mean? You can't exactly compare those 10 out of 10s because they're all just different sounds. They all have different pieces of flavor that Fantano appreciated that made them 10 out of 10s, you know what I mean? They all just can't be compared. Same shit applies with like Sexyy Red's 8 out of 10. You can't compare it with every other 8, even if you like the other 8s more than her 8, because they all have different factors to them that made Fantano like them in the first place. You know what I mean? Let's not forget, Dial It got an 8 out of 10 too. You know what I mean? And I love that album.
Call him Astro Black whenever and I'll come bless the cat.
Now, you're probably wondering, do I listen to Sexyy Red? No, I don't listen to Sexyy Red. I only got one song that's featuring her, and that's that song with Lancey Foe. But, I mean, bro, if you've heard the albums I've reviewed, talked about, and put on my top 10s, I clearly am not the demographic for Sexyy Red. But the thing is, I'm seeing here with a lot of people complaining is that y'all are clearly also not the demographic for Sexyy Red. So like, why are y'all even involving yourselves in this in the first place? Like, in my perspective, it seems like a lot of people are complaining simply because they just need a reason to shit on female rappers one more time. When I seen that shit, I laughed because I was just like, oh yeah, people are definitely not gonna like this one, but I don't fucking care because I don't listen to her. A lot of people, y'all clearly don't like her, so why are y'all getting mad? People are getting butthurt on Twitter. Oh, his reviews are inconsistent. Why are you choosing him as the messiah for music opinions? He's just one guy. You know how many music reviewers are out there on YouTube? There's so many music channels on YouTube nowadays talking about music shit the same way I am. There's so many different routes you could take to this shit. And I feel like the best route you could take is your own route, alright? Think independently, man. It's a new world, bro. Stop relying on other people to make your opinions for you, okay? I know there's gonna be people who's gonna try and call me simp, right? If this video pops off, I know I'm gonna see a bunch of 14-year-olds in my comments. You're a simp, bro. You're a simp, bro. You like, you know what I mean? Fucking Andrew Tate, fucking Capri Sun drinking ass, dork ass, Fortnite playing ass losers, right? Listen, let me tell y'all something, right? And I'm gonna say this very clearly to y'all to the camera, right? Ready? Let me get close. Let me get close. Yes, I am a simp. I am. I like women. They are my favorite gender. I will defend them. You know, female hip-hop artists need to be defended. I mean, is that something I'm not allowed to do? If you call me a simp, you're basically justifying my perspective on the fact that y'all are just a bunch of loser-ass incels. If there's one thing about the hip-hop industry, and hip-hop fan bases especially, it's always been this long-standing toxic masculinity and misogyny that's been layered upon hip-hop history for the longest fucking time. And nowadays, it's like, with the age of, like, the internet, and now you got guys like these red pill dudes, you know, Andrew Tates and all that. Now you have people feeling more entitled more than ever to disrespect female hip-hop artists, and I mean, they just get no punishment for it basically, so they just treat it as fuck all, you know what I mean? And when I look at artists like Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Sexyy Red, these are the artists in a sense that have to be defended, because I feel as if, while of course there's going to be female hip-hop fans that will also defend female hip-hop artists, unfortunately, in the high patriarchy that is the hip-hop industry, there also needs to be a substantial number of male hip-hop fans that need to be able to defend these female hip-hop artists, so they can be able to create a more positive light towards female hip-hop artists. Because I tend to see the same things reiterated constantly about female hip-hop artists, about, oh, why do they always rap about the same things and da 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 da. I mean, if you want to complain about the, you know, the substance within their lyrics, I mean, you could even look at male hip-hop artists and basically make the same complaint. Now, am I saying that that makes anything better for the female hip-hop artists? No, not necessarily, but in the grand scheme of things, right? Hip-hop doesn't have to have all this substance to it. I mean, why else do you think Playboi Carti has fans in the first place? Because a lot of his music has zero fucking substance, but that shit slaps, dog. The same thing applies towards the Coi Lerais and the Meg Thee Stallions of the world, dude. That, like, the same shit applies, dude, to the Lil Kims and the Nicki Minaj's, to the Salt and Peppers and the TLCs, man. The same shit applies, dog. You know what I mean? Not everything needs such deep substance. It just has to slap, dog. The shit just has to be a certified hood classic. And of course, you can also blame, you know, the music industry for this. Blame the industry, and once again, blame capitalism, blame the capital, because it's more marketable and it more resonates towards, usually nowadays, a younger audience. Not just a black audience now, but it just resonates with everybody who is young now, because, you know, young people like the caricatures of black people nowadays. That's just how this shit goes. But it kind of just brings me back to my position of just like, a lot of y'all, I feel like y'all don't really care about the fact that Fantano gave Sexyy Red an 8. You only care about the fact that a female rapper, more specifically, let's keep it a buck, a black female rapper was given a high score. You know, you got artists like Lotto and Megan Thee Stallion who, you know, will rap about the same shit that Sexyy Red does, you know, and will also receive, you know, quite a bit of praise for their work, but there will also be a fucking army of dudes ready to fucking go to war if you put said female rapper over their favorite male rapper in any instance, even though ranking things in general is dumb, because at the end of the day it signifies nothing and it means nothing, and you can literally just make your own top 10 right now and it would hold at just as much weight as a pitchfork top 10. It's simply just the fact that Fantano, this person that y'all for some odd ass reason treat as like the mecca for music reviews, when in reality you really shouldn't, because as I said before, it's just one fucking guy. You can make your own reviews right now, dude. You treat him as the guy, as the speak all for music opinions, when it's just like, you know, you don't have to listen to the guy. If you don't like Sexyy Red, then you don't have to indulge in things that involve Sexyy Red. I don't watch Sexyy Red music videos. I don't listen to her music. Anything she appears in, I scroll past it because I don't care for Sexyy Red. But at the same time, I'm also not gonna sit here and get fucking my panties in a bunch whenever she gets, you know, touted up more positively. I mean, that's just life, buddy. Not everybody likes the same shit that I do. Like, basically what I'm trying to say is just a lot of the people who are complaining are kind of just complaining out of their ass. They're basically just yelling at a brick wall. You don't actually care about the review itself. You just looked at the number and got mad. But I need to bounce out, man. I feel like I've said it, what I need to be said. I need to go make sure my dog is straight. My dog was just in here before, but I had to kick her out because she was being too loud. But bless her heart, though. I'll catch y'all on tomorrow, man. It's been easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. I'm outie. Alright, so now that I've done all my rambling, it's time for me to sign off. So if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe as well. Follow my IG on Twitter and follow Chocolate on Instagram for more illustrations. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time when I expose city girls for stealing all of my bars. Peace.